All right. I greet you all, Genobia friends, peace and love. If today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating the gospel of Biafra, please subscribe, like, and share. Below the comment section, you will see our backup page. Please follow that page. Very important. Like the video. Like so that YouTube will distribute. When you are liking the video, it suggests to YouTube that people have interest in the video and they will distribute the video to go more viral. All right. Yeah, I believe you all know this man. He's the Afenifere, the Fulani herdsmen kidnapped. I want you guys to watch and listen in details all the things he said. This still boils down on what we are talking about military checkpoint. This still boils down on the reason why Simon, the PM, always, keep emphasizing, keep calling our people to stay away from military checkpoint and placed ban on military checkpoint in Biafra land because most often Fulani, these Fulani kidnappers, these Fulani militia kidnapping and buying people, they always do this action. They always take this action just few kilometers from military checkpoint. You right here, you will listen to what the Afenifele, Afenifele is either youth reader or secretary or whatever. You will listen to what he said. He said, this kidnapping, he was kidnapped very close to military checkpoint. In other words, they are collaborating. Nigeria military or Nigeria security agents are not neutral, according to former Army Chief of Staff Theophilus Danjuma. Said they are not neutral in this. They are collaborating because, come to think of it, it also that military checkpoint ought to be scaring this Fulani militia. If they are not collaborating, they ought to know. Man, since military checkpoint is here, we have to do what? Move a little distance. We don't have to carry our operation close to military checkpoint. But for them to be boldly and confidently carrying out this operation close to military checkpoint, it sends a very strong signal. And that is why even when MNK was around, he said he doesn't want to see any military checkpoint in Biafra land because they are facilitating the disappearance and the kidnapping of our people. You will hear it from this man. You will hear it from him. These are the things we are talking about. Now, everywhere is rousy in Nigeria now. Everywhere. No part. Even to a point that Timaya even lamented. Timaya even lamented what his people are passing through in Bayelsa, in the hands of Fulani, that they can no longer go to their farm. And these are the things MNK foresaw and warned Nigerians. Look at the impending danger. Yorubas, he kept calling on Yorubas. Even their media, their politicians said this, Tinubu, if you guys visited their eyes in 2023 for Tinubu to become the president, by the time Tinubu is done, actually because he said they will give him the president because he has played a role. He has enabled Fulani to grab this power. In compensation, they will give him power back. And by the time he must have finished ruling Nigeria and return power back to them, that Yoruba is gone. Nigeria as a whole will be a history because their jihad will triple. Look at what they are doing now. That a Southerner is the president. How much more what they will do if this power returns back to them, because definitely it will return back to them. We've been saying it. We keep saying it. Dissolution or balkanization of that country, of that damnation, is the only solution. If you ever think that what is going on today will one day stop and Nigeria will one day be better, you are dreaming, because it's practically impossible. We don't see reality on it. Practically impossible. This has been our concern. But when you talk about separation, some people think you are talking what is not achievable or what is not obtainable, or you are talking what is impossible. We've seen nations, we've seen countries who were once together, divided, and today they are doing fine, extremely fine. Why Nigeria own is different? The what baffles me that even the people who are also feeling the pains, people who are also oppressed in Nigeria, when you talk about freedom, when you talk about balkanization or division of Nigeria, they will start, raising eyebrow. Then you will be asking yourself, is this person benefiting anything? I was asking him, what have you benefited from this Nigeria you are doing everything to protect? The last time I checked, you are in another man's country hustling. Each time we talk about division of Nigeria, it looks as if we are pinching you. And you will still be complaining that the country where you are, they are not treating you fine. Why would they treat you fine, if I may ask? Why would they treat you fine? Where were you when they were fighting for the liberation of their land? Where were you? Or do you think that all those good things we are seeing in that country, you are seeing steady light, good roads, all those basic amenities you are enjoying in that country, don't you know that at a point in their lifetime or in their history, it wasn't so? They have to revolt. They have to spill their blood to make sure they get good life. Then after paying the ultimate price, you will come and you will think or believe that you have equal rights, you will enjoy equal privileges with them. It's not done. Look at Nigeria now. Look at what is going on. Most of this country, we are enjoying good things in them. At a time in the history of their country, even Nigeria is better than them. But some people said, no, we cannot continue like this. And they fought. People died. People died at the process before they become what they are today. So whatever condition, whatever treatment they give you, you have to take it. If you get annoyed, if you feel they are marginalizing you, if you feel they are doing you tribalism, go and fight to liberate your own people from that damnation called Nigeria. So I want you guys to listen to what this man said. No subrina, o subrigo, oke n'ọsọ, ngwere n'ọsọ. Now Yorubas, Tinubu, una claim to be una son is the president of Nigeria, and you are feeling it hot like this. How much more when this power will return back to them? And they believe that to them, they said Tinubu have even, that the vice president of Nigeria today is Sheyi Tinubu, that he has relegated, what's his name, his so-called vice, Chetima. He has relegated Chetima, that he don't even assign any duty to Chetima. Rather, most of the duty, most of the outing is Sheyi Tinubu that is doing it. What would, just Yorubas, I want you guys to just think, what will happen to you people? Because now they've carried you people for mind. They've carried you people for mind. What will happen if this power returns back to them? When I go hear them, when I go hear them, if I know how to talk to Tinubu to make sure that to attend to Israel, because Waiting these guys go do am. Eh? You see Fulani, if this power enters back to them, enters their hand back, wetin they go do Tinubu, wetin they go do Yoruba, e no go funny. E no go funny. So if una know wetin una go tell am, so that while leaving this office, it will be to your tent, O Israel. Failure to do so, we go still see am now. We go still see am. So no long talk. I want you guys to watch. I greet you all. Peace and love.
My name is Prince Enola Ojajuni, the National President of Apprehending National Youth Council. To all the leaders of the Yorubas presently, and the OPC leader, and all the present leaders of the Yorubas, it happened to occur on the 17th of February. I have a meeting in Abuja with Abuja Chambers of Commerce. Unfortunately, my flight was scheduled for Tuesday, and I just have to be in Abuja on Monday. Like I said, we proceed on that journey on that fateful Monday. It was a black Monday, a Monday that I will never forget in my life. A Mondays of sorrow, a Mondays of agony and pain, because what I went through, it was the grace of God, àánú, mercy of God, àti gbogbo àwọn òṣàlẹ̀ Yorùbá. It has saved me for that terrible experience. And what happened to me, I doubt it can happen in Borno State, in Katsina, in all the northern part of this state, because I believe the Yoruba, what our leaders have said, no Yoruba can go to part of the north and kidnap the emir or any leaders of the northern part. So as a result of this, I think urgent needs to be taken in order for us to stop this ungodly attitude of Fulani X-Men, because I was signaled by Fulani X-Men. Like I said, on that 17, when we get to Ondo State, and from Ondo State, after Ikare, the journey was smoothly, and we proceed to a town called Akumo. It was after 3 minutes between Akumo and the Nigerian military checkpoint. In fact, just 3 minutes between Amateku and the Nigerian military checkpoint, there will be ambush. 19 bullets were thrown in my car, and I sustained 2 bullets AK-47 in my bubble, and other vehicle that was coming from Abuja, other going to Osun State, was ambushed along the land. Were 9 in number that was kidnapped, and we started that journey. The journey was, I was bleeding seriously. When we trekked, the incident happened around 1:44 in the afternoon. It was 10 p.m. before we stopped trekking in the bush. We were just trekking without no destination. It was after the second day that they gave us access to our food. So I was the only one that had food, because my phone and my laptop, iPad was in my travel bag at the front of the car. So they never knew. They went through my profile. So they just told me, we know you are the leaders of Apprehending. You will see your ID card, you will go and stay there, you are a special person. All of you, they just decided to put us separately. And after they asked me to call my family, the first person I called, it was my wife. I told my wife, and I instructed the National Secretary of Apprehending that he should release a press statement that I was kidnapped on my way to Abuja and I sustained bullet injury. That was how we started that journey for 12 days. No food, no medical care. Every day we were subjected to torture. In fact, because I just have to come because medically I'm not fine. I was released on the 1st of March. My phone was being tracked. The funny part of this scenario is that when we were being kidnapped, it was 3 minutes to military checking point. When the first ransom was paid by a young man in Badon, they paid the ransom very close to military checking point. When the second ransom was paid by a lady in Kwara State, the money was paid. If you know Akaba very well, if I go to Abuja, at the back of the woman that is selling food, the second ransom was paid there. The third ransom was paid opposite Nigeria prison service, very close to the military checking point. My own ransom, I was to be paid in Ikare, Akoko, but because my phone was being tracked, they have to check location. So a day I was released, they knew that I cannot go because sustained 2 bullet injury. I have been weak. One of them just have to go to a journey, about 3 hours journey. They went to go and prepare their goal. They gave me the house to drink. After drinking the house, I slept for 2 hours. They carried the leaf and put it in the back of my yansh where there's bullet. So they just told me that we are proceeding on a journey. I have to call, I have to plead that I want to talk to my wife. If I plead, I want to make up, I must subject to beating. And the reason why, because I'm a leader of Apprehending. The Apprehending has been giving the Fulani and the Hausa some challenges. Because they told me. The point where I'm going, that every Yoruba, every sons and daughters of Yoruba must rise and must defend our land. I'm so glad that we have thousands of OPC here. It's a functioning that is so called amateur. Let me just put it that way. They've turned into a political appointment. May so rest in peace, my great governor, Rotimi Akeredolu. If the man is alive, I can assure you that it will enforce all the Amateku in Southwest to go after those people. Since Akeredolu have died, Amateku, they don't function like they will be functioning. So, as I was saying, so on that day, they told me we were going on a journey. I just have to look at the time. The time was, that was on the 28th of February. The time was 3 or 4:23. We started the journey between 43 until the second day, 5 a.m. We're trekking in the bush. No food, no water. In the morning, they asked me to call my wife. I called my wife. My wife said the ransom has complete. I paid much of a lot of money. Nigerians stood up. Everybody, my family contributed money, so that I won't be able to die. But thank God that I came out alive to tell my story, because a lot of people have been kidnapping, but they fear us. They can't come out to say all this. And I discovered that we were trekking from Kapa with trek to Impilo in Edo State. Impilo in Edo State, I have the authority to say, is the whole of the Fulani who are kidnapping or terrorizing us in Southwest. In fact, that day, my wife and my younger brother with Nigerian Foreign Service, they counted about. In fact, that day, my wife and my younger brother with Nigerian Foreign Service, they counted about 5 new motorcycles that was trailing them to the bush, and the money was paid again very close to Nigerian military checking point. So definitely something is going on between our sons and these people. The money was paid. After the money was paid, I was released on the 1st of March. Then they took me to Ikara General Hospital, where the first surgery was commenced and the second surgery was done about 2 weeks ago. But my message to Southwest Governor, because their first priority is to protect life and property. A place where there's insecurity, there's no how you can create jobs, there's no how investors want to come to that state. No matter how the potential of resources you want to have, nobody will come and invest. I have a message for Oduduwa State Governor, very important. I have a message for the State Governor, very important. I have a message for Osun State, Ekiti State, and Lagos State, very important. Because I've said I'm not going to release any information based on the national security. I was take, and this Fulani expert, they showed me 5 camps that they have in our land. And they told me in Oduduwa they have 26. I will continue to be saying that 26 camp of the terrorists in Oduduwa State, and other part of Southwest making 53 camp. If somebody can have 55 camp in a particular region, tell me. After I was released by the Fulani men, Akure North was attacked because they told me that they are coming. When I humble, be only, Lord only. So my fathers and leaders of the universe, it is a very urgent, like our daddy has said, life and security of our people is very paramount to us, and we must protect it. We must protect our heritage. State police, community police, if they have need for the Southwest government to come back and retake it to restructure their Amateku security network, put in the right people. Don't appoint them based on party member that cannot confront criminals. Put in the right people that can be able to save the lands of Yoruba. And Mr. President, you have the right to do the same thing now because you are Yoruba, so that your name can be right in good. All this that is happening, it cannot happen to anybody in the north. Now it's happening in those states. Nobody is supporting jungle justice. It happened in Edo. They are holding up against us. When there was a young girl was killed in daylight in the northern part, what can these people do? Yoruba we are not a slave. It is time that we stand up and defend our territory. Thank you.
Good morning, Nigerians. I am in my hometown, Anegbete, in Isako Central Local Government. This is the net these kidnappers put on the highway, so that when the vehicle or when any vehicle is coming, the net will just enter the vehicle, roll the tires, and probably the vehicle will not be able to run again, and the kidnappers will just come automatically. They will block the person and they will kidnap the person. So as at last night, there is this Fulani kidnapper, a boy, it's a Fulani by tribe, as I'm seeing him, because they have spoken to him. He said he's Fulani. Him and his gang, they tried to kidnap somebody who was coming to Anegbete last night. And the person, knowing fully well that things like that are about to happen,
when he entered the net, he started driving with speed. And the speed was able to cut off the net, but one of them jumped on the vehicle, dragging the steering with the guy. And the man drove with speed, and he brought the guy to Anegbete because the guy held the vehicle very tight. When he brought the vehicle to Anegbete, fortunately, the vigilante group were able to block them. They were on duty. They were able to block. I think that's the chairman, it's Mr. Monday Osigala. They were able, the vigilante group, they were on duty. And they blocked them
not around
that last night. And they were able to apprehend the guy. I'm going there right now. People will see the Fulani guy we are talking about. Funny enough, the funniest thing now is this, that when this guy was apprehended last night, he has been boasting that he has been to area command and that they have always released him. That criminals will never finish in Nigeria, and that no matter how they torture him, he is not going to say anything. So now you say no matter what the police do, you not go talk anything, Abi. You not go talk, and you go continue to the thief. You now continue to the kidnap people. Now so, you not going to do like that.
They no go fit come, ma.
The head.
Even though they carry anything, they no go fit come.
They no go fit come where una dey.
They no fit shop that money. They no fit carry and they go kill Bature.
How many of una?
Now the one Jalil with my own second one. Now 3 will be.
Which bush una dey?
Now you know say now the same place we dey with the Jalil.
Who be Jale?
The one why they kill in neighbor, the one why they kill Bature, they carry Bature go Libya, go na Nyamai, go na Ethiopia. They say the one carry.
But na Nigeria be, you be, I be na Niger, you be.
Me na Nigeria I be.
You be Nigeria. Which state?
Na where state where I dey.
Which state you be? Be Katsina, be Kado, be where you be?
For both a place. No be say na him na. Yesterday, no be here. They come and grab me. You see close why they come.
Because what I am saying right now, before I finish this video, when this boy was apprehended by the vigilantes that were actively on duty last night, hold on. When they apprehended him, the room they kept him, they decided not to torture him. Decided to just like lock him up in a room. Unfortunately, for the chairman of the vigilante, most of his diet food, plantain, I think dry plantain and some other things that were there. This boy messed them up, pee on them, practically defecated on all of them. Most of his clothes, most of the things that were there, they messed them up. And this boy is saying right now that no matter what they do to him, he is never going to confess. That they are deeply inside the bush, inside the forest, and that people cannot get there. You now, if they follow you, you fit carry people enter the forest, you fit carry people enter the bush. You dey fear now to enter there.
They go kill me.
So if you go there now, they go kill you quick.
If you are there here, they no go feel. My neighbor they fit come. Cause I'm the second, they go come together. If they see me here now, they will keep me.
So this thing what una do last night, so he good? Abi not good?
Me, not be myself.
Okay, they bring you corn, a cow they won't use you can't do before. But all of a sudden now, you can see they can't carry you and start kidnapping.
They give me this thing.
They give you something, chop.
Fish. No, say me, I know the shop fish. I come the promoter. He come on that. Me, I don't know, say na him. I say him come. I say thank God.
So right now, you people can see, this is one of the kidnappers in Anegbete. Because of, they had to bring him out because he messed up the room that he was kept. Thank you very much.